Alright guys, we are back for more of my 27th birthday special. We just played some Sonic Colors Ultimate from the Nintendo Switch and that was pretty fun. So, for our next segment we are going to be playing Sonic X Shadow Generations for the Nintendo Switch. Let's see how well we do on this game. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so for this segment, we're just going to play for a few zones in the Sonic Generations content. Let's go and load on my file. Alright, so we're going to start things off with the classic Green Hill Zone. We go ahead and switch to Classic Sonic. And let's go ahead and start things off with Act 1. Alright, here we go. Got a checkpoint.
You'll drop all the rings you collected. If you take damage when you have no rings left, you'll lose a life. So be careful. Use the spin dash to break through the rocks and continue on.
Yeah, take that, sucker. And how did I get hit by those spikes right there? That was not supposed to happen. Alright, there's another checkpoint. I gotta use the spin dash right here. Okay, that's better. And we have beaten the first level. Alright, let's see what we get. It's an S-rank. That sounds done. Alright, certainly a good way to start this segment. Anyways, now let's go ahead and switch over to Modern Sonic. And we'll go ahead and do Act 2 of Green Hill Zone now.
You can do a homing attack whenever a robot cursor appears after jumping. Zero in on enemies and take them down. button for a boost of speed. Hold the boost gauge on the lower left. You can no longer use boost. Defeat enemies or collect rings to refill the boost gauge.
There's a checkpoint.
Slide to move under obstacles.
Another checkpoint right there. So far, so good.
You can leap between the left and right rails while grinding.
I've got to speed away from this big fish. Nice. And there's another checkpoint. Ah, shoot. I didn't even see that enemy there. That was my fault. There's another checkpoint, and we just got screwed up there by an enemy. We're still doing okay, though. I must have used the slide a little bit too soon there. Okay, there we go. Alright! We beat that level right there. And we have just gotten ourselves another S rank. How about that? Okay. So anyways, that's it for Green Hills Zone. Let's go ahead and move on to another zone right now. This time we're going to go to Chemical Plant Zone. Let's switch back to Classic Sonic. And let's go ahead and do Act 1. Alright, time to go through the tube. There's a checkpoint. What? How in the world did that enemy touch me? I got another checkpoint over there. Alright, let's be careful while we're underwater. We are safe. Using our spin dash right here. Alright, that level's all done. And we end up with another S rank! That is fantastic! Okay. So now, we're gonna go back to Modern Sonic, and it's time for Act 2, Chemical Plant Zone. Oh boy. Just ran right into that right there. At least we get a checkpoint though, which is good news. Ah, dang it, I didn't see that coming.
These boxes can be pushed. Move up close and push to move them around. You can kick them away by pushing them while moving.
Oh no! Come on! That was stupid how I got hit there. Another checkpoint. Time to slide down here.
Use the boost button while skydiving to speed up.
Another checkpoint right there.
Drift around if you stay underwater for too long. Keep an eye on the time while you're down there.
Should probably get a bubble right here to get my air back up. Okay, there we go. Oh no! Come on! That was so dumb right there, how I got squished a couple times. Come on! No! Come on! I can't believe that this just happened to me right there. I was just literally trapped right there with nowhere to go. Alright, let's try this again here. Okay. Now let's make sure that we don't screw up here. Okay, there we go. Alright, we do get another checkpoint. Another checkpoint once again. I should be about near the goal here. Yeah, I see it. Alright, so that level's done now. So we are going to end up with a B rank right here on that one, which was not too bad. We already have mattered right here about trying to get that S rank either way right here, all because of that one unfortunate death that we had. So this could have been worse. Alright. But anyways, let's do one more zone this segment here to finish things off. And we're gonna do Sky Sanctuary Zone. So anyways, let's once again switch back to Classic Sonic. And let's do Act 1. Oh, shoot! Didn't quite jump high enough there to avoid getting hit by the spikes. Let's go get some rings over here. Alright, checkpoint. That was a very nice job. Oh, shoot! I was not paying careful attention there at all with that laser that enemy was shooting at me. Alright, let's make sure we don't fall. Okay, we're good. Let's get all those items around here. I do have some high speed shoes now. Ah, jeez. Let's ran right into that enemy by mistake. Oops. Come on, how did I miss that? Dang it! Okay, there we go. Alright, now let's go get that checkpoint. Alright, checkpoint right there as well. Alright, I'll take another checkpoint. How long did I just drop down there? At least we didn't fall completely down, which is good. And I think it looked like there was a checkpoint over there that I haven't gotten before, so that's kind of interesting. And there was another checkpoint that I never gotten before as well. Alright. Let's be very careful here on this part. Oh, what the heck was that? God! I didn't even know there were spikes there. It was only my first time being at this section right here, so I wasn't quite sure what I was going to expect there. Alright, well anyways, let's make sure we don't screw up here again. There we go. And there's another checkpoint. This one I also never gotten before as well. Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? Alright, there we go. Alright, there's another checkpoint. Run! Okay, we made it. So that's our level completed. Alright, looks like we're getting a B rank here on this level. Wouldn't have mattered anyway, like the previous level, for trying to get an S rank, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. But, anyways, let's once again switch back to modern side, and we're going to go ahead and do Act 2 of Sky Sanctuary Zone to wrap things up for the segment. Let's go!
You can perform freestyle tricks by jumping off trick jump panels. You can also perform freestyle tricks.
Well, I'm currently beating my record right now after that checkpoint. I couldn't quite do any tricks right there off that ramp. Oh well. And why didn't it let me do a trick right there through that ring as well? Come on, that's kind of dumb. Okay. There's another checkpoint. We're currently a little bit behind my record right now. Well, that was a very nice move of how I got up there. Okay, there we go. This time it did let me actually do those tricks. Alright, another checkpoint right there. Alright, let's go get another checkpoint right over there as well. Alright. Now let's be very careful here on this section. Alright, so it looks like we gotta go through here since I unfortunately missed one of those jumps. So there's another checkpoint. Alright, take my time here on this one very carefully. Alright, there we go. Okay. Let's see if I can try to make this jump. Okay, I did. We're fine. Alright, checkpoint. Alright, up we go.
The floor here looks like it could give way at any moment. Stay on the section that looks stable.
Alright, let's go and speed up here at the boost. And there we go! We beat the level. And we will finish things off with an S rank. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. So I say we didn't do too bad of a job out there overall in this segment. We only had a couple of deaths and some levels, but I'm still pretty proud of my performances right there for the most part. So, anyways, with that being said, let me go ahead and save the game right here. Alright, and we'll go ahead and exit out here. Alright, so anyways, that is going to do it for Sonic X Shadow Generations for the Nintendo Switch as part of my 27th birthday special. But we still have some more games to play, and I will see you all for the next segment right after this, so stay tuned.